Sa ating planeta, ang pinakamalaking isla ay isang buong kontinente rin. Australia. Ang lupang ito ang naging kandungan ng pinakamatandang kultura sa mundo. At samut-saring hayop na dito lang matatagpuan. Ang isa sa kanila, itinuturing ng marami na peste at pinapatay. Ngunit ikinatutuwa naman ng mundo at naging simbolo na ng kanilang bansa. Matagal na sa aking bucket list ang Northern Territory ng Australia, ang pinaka-wild na bahagi ng bansa. Ngunit ang kabisera nito ay ang modernong lungsod ng Darwin. Para sa aking bucket list experience, isinama ko ang aking anak na si Alon para maging apprentice sa aming dokumentaryo. Ang guide namin dito si Edward Ocampo, isang Pilipinong chef na matagal nang nakatira sa Darwin.
So ito yung kilalang Mindel Beach.
Yes po. Ito po yung Mindel Beach. That's where we watch the sunsets. It's pretty much like Manila Bay for us po.
Mukhang tahimik na tahimik yung dagat, no? Napakapatag.
Yes.
Pero delikadong lumusong dyan.
Delikado po. So don't be parang fooled by its still waters. Because I think maybe if we come closer, we can see some box jellyfish already.
Sabi daw yung box jellyfish nakakapatay
Yes.
in 1 or 2 stings.
Yes. So ang common pa naman dito sa Darwin is the box jellyfish, which is very deadly.
Yun ang deadly.
Yes.
Binansag ang pinakamakamandag na hayop sa mundo, ang box jellyfish. Ngunit hindi lang gitya ang banta sa karagatan ng Darwin.
And our coastline basically are all infested with crocodiles. May mga rivers and creeks along the streets. There are crocodiles there.
May isang hayop na hindi man mabangis o makamandag ay nagsisilbing tatak ng Australia.
Kamay ng kangaroo. Pati itong bahagi ng lalaking kangaroo ay ginagawa nilang keychain. And of course, meron silang tapang kangaroo o kangaroo jerky, dried meat snack.
So see, kangaroo fillets.
Sa mata ng mga dayo tulad namin, isang nakakaaliw na hayop ang kangaroo. Ngunit dito sa Australia, ulam din pala ito.
Kamusta? Welcome to Hilton Darwin. Kamusta?
Salamat
Hi,
po.
kamusta?
Anak ko si Alon.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you.
Kamusta?
Nakilala ko si Jojo Borlagdan, executive chef sa isang sikat na hotel sa Darwin, na nag-alok sa akin ng sarili niyang putahe na gawa sa karne ng kangaroo.
Tuloy kayo.
Hirang makita yung storeroom ng hotel, ah.
Ito yung walk-in fridge. Baka gusto nyo mag-jacket. Just grab one of those. Doon, meron pang isa doon. Okay, let's go.
Freezer nga, freezing!
Oh, ito, halo-halo na to, sir. Merong beef, may poultry, may bakery items, andyan yung ice cream namin, andyan yung chicken. Tapos pakita ko lang yung aming kangaroo. Ganito namin siya nakukuha. Ayan siya, oh. This is strip loin.
Yun ang ginagawang steak, burger.
Para ipatikim sa amin ng kangaroo, naisip ni Chef Jojo na gamitin ito sa isang kilala nating mga Pilipino na pang Noche Buena.
So ito na nga yung mixture na ginawa ko kanina, no? Kung makikita nyo, kangaroo meat is very intense yung kulay ng meat niya. mataas yung protein, mataas yung calcium, mataas yung iron. So, kung ikaw ay nagda-diet, kangaroo, dito dapat sa una, yung may hangin. Okay? You're doing well, anyway. Ito yung lalagay naming stopping sa gitna. Okay? Ngayon, papatungan ko siya with the rest of the stopping para mabuo siya. Para bang natututo ka? Okay, that's good. Ang bilis, ha? Hindi ko nakita.
Ano kaya ang lasa ng kangaroo na ginawa pang embutido?
So, ayan. Tikman natin.
Alright.
Okay ba, Alan?
Yeah.
Sarap siya with the coleslaw. Yung raisins parang tataas ng sweet pero hindi pa din siya parang masyado matamis. Tapos pag sinama mo yung coleslaw parang nagiging mas crunchy. So, sarap siya. Parang, hindi ko ma-explain. Mas rough siya.
Parang malalasahan mo yung wildness niya.
Exactly. Yeah, again, the outback. Yeah.
So, masasabi mong ito talaga yung lasang Australia.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Kasi dito lang talaga may kangaroo eh.
Masustansya at wala masyadong taba ang karne ng kangaroo. Ngunit hindi raw lahat ng Australiano tumatangkilik dito. May iba kasing naniniwala na maaring botcha o double dead ang pinagmula ng karne. Madalas kasing masagasaan ang mga kangaroo sa kalsada.
Very accurate.
Dito sa Australia, maka-kangaroo nga raw sila. Ngunit sa kabila ng lahat ng mararangal na simbolismo, tinatrato sila ng iba bilang peste. Pinapaslang at minsan, iniiwan lang sa lansangan. Kaya hanggang ngayon, legal ang pangangaso ng mga kangaroo rito. Mahigit 100 kilometro mula sa lungsod ng Darwin, nasa outback na kami. Ang malawak na lupain sa Australia na halos walang tao.
Did she say that there's a sign? There's no sign?
She said keep out private.
Property keep out.
May hinahanap kami na isang babae na nakatira sa gitna ng gubat.
No, they won't.
Hindi lahat pinapayagang dumalaw rito, kaya hindi rin madaling hanapin ang kanyang lugar.
So, ang hinahanap natin, itong sign na ganyan na keep out private property. Walang sign mismo itong pinupuntahan natin na may pangalan ng lugar. At ito yung gate. Di natin alam kung ito yung tamang gate.
Nakasabi keep out! Bawa.
Dalawang kandado. Iniwan na kami ng aming sasakyan kasi naghahanap ng signal yung driver kasi hindi na namin alam kung saan pupunta. Okay. Maling gate pala yon. Rock and roll.
Oh.
Di ba yon?
No?
Malapit lang pala kami sa tamang daan, pero may tumambad sa amin na babala.
Okay, mayroon tayong dinadaanan na sign. No trespassing. Violators will be shot. Survivors will be shot again. Okay. Hindi, mukhang walang smiley face eh, so hindi siya joke.
Nakasalubong din namin ang aming sinadya.
So we could maybe
pack you in here
Okay.
from the turnaround and leave this car.
Siya si Nina Keener, patron ng mga ulilang hayop sa bahaging ito ng Australia. Pinalipat niya kami ng sasakyan dahil hindi na kaya ng aming sedan ang mabatong kalsada.
This road is worse. That's why I didn't want you to come any further. You would have had to drive around. I had to drive around some just to come out now.
Bumungad sa amin ng dahilan kung bakit malayo sa kapihasnan ang lugar niya. Sa wakas, ang aming destinasyon, ang Nina's Ark. Isang santuario para sa mga naulilang hayop at kanlungan para sa mga kangaroo. Mahigit 300 hektarya ang sakop nito.
We don't have friends with we don't barbecue, we don't play music, we don't invite friends out and like most people do. We can't do that here. Here it's all about the animals.
Daan-daan ang mga ampong hayop ni Nina at pinakamarami ang mga kangaroo at ang mga pinsan nito na wallaby at wallaroo. Kabilang sa pamilya ng macropods ang mga kangaroo. Ang macropod ay uri ng hayop na may malaking paa. Dahil sa katangiang nito, kaya nilang tumalon hanggang sa taas na 30 dangkal at tumakbo sa bilis na 48 kilometro sa isang oras. Ngunit dahil rin sa haba ng kanilang mga bias, tila pagapang sila maglakad. Likas daw na mahiyain ng mga kangaroo. Ngunit may isang lumapit sa aming cameraman na si Disney Carrion.
Her name is Hope, and we rescued her. Mel found her in a puddle of water last year, not far from here, and I think her mother threw her out. So in the end, we found her. She was pink. She didn't have her hair, and I raised her up, so we called her Hope.
I think she likes our cameraman.
Yep, and we got her on Christmas Day. This is Reggie. I did an operation on his face. It's getting better. See, he had a lump there. I had to drill into the bone and clean it out. He had a bone infection. It's all good now, isn't it, Reg? It's down. It's runs. That one in the little cups, and then our 3 babies. Some babies get fed every 4 hours. Some babies get fed every 6 hours. So it's just, it's different. So we just warm it up as if we're feeding a human baby. Don't run. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right, sweetie. Come on, cheeky girl. Piper! Hang on, hang on. Hang on, come back here.
Joey ang tawag nila sa mga baby kangaroo at mga baby wallaby, isa pang uri ng marsupial. Ang karamihan ng mga Joey na dinadala rito na ulila dahil nadisgrasya ang ina sa kalsada o nabaril ng mga ngaso.
His mother was a car accident as well. So
Noong araw na wala pang santuario, naiiwan na lang sila sa pouch ng magulang at namamatay na lang sa gutom o kinakain sila ng mga ligaw na aso.
Accidentally injured?
No.
Okay.
Maya-maya ipinakilala ni Nina ang kanyang alaga sa aking Joey.
You right-handed?
Yeah.
Okay, so put the bottle in this hand. I'll put it in here. And then just show in the bottle. And tip the milk up. Keep the milk, so there's milk in there. And away you go.
Ang mga ulilang kangaroo, tinuturuan din nila.
Of course, you don't want to get in there. That's the way they get in their mother's pouch.
Why the special love for kangaroos?
I couldn't tell you that. All I know is that from the very beginning that I saw a kangaroo, that was it for me. They're my favorite species. I love kangaroos. I think they're the most abused icon that we have in Australia as far as wildlife goes. So now we have
Sa tagal ng pag-aalaga ni Nina sa mga kangaroo, ang mga mahihiyaing hayop sa gubat kusang lumalapit kapag tinatawag niya.
Come on, Roo! Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to this storage container and we're going to get a bucket of food out.
So, these are wallabies.
It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Smoky. 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 And roots! I'm just going to ask you not to get real close to the big red fella if he comes, to walk around him, as will I. Yeah, he probably doesn't remember us hand raising him. Come on, Roots! It's all right. Come on, Roots! It's okay. Because none of these animals are in a cage. They're all free to come and go as they please.
Kahit tila magkakamuka, may pangalan si Nina sa iba niyang mga alaga.
This is Beverly. I've had her for 15 years. So she's a senior citizen.
Ito naman si Wonky, na isa na lang ang kamay.
But they know, they're so smart. They know something's up. See, it's okay. See how they know.
Malaki ang populasyon ng kangaroo sa Australia. Ngunit dumarami rin ang banta sa kanilang buhay.
The biggest threat on this property for us is trespassers that come in and shoot our animals. And then we reported them to the police, and they were from Jabiru. And then the Jabiru police went to see them, and the cops said to me, they're denying they shot anything. And I said, here's the photo. She's still bleeding. She's bleeding out. I wouldn't shoot my own animal. Look. It's okay. Hang on.
Sa ibang lugar sa Australia na may malalawak na bukirin, tinatrato silang pesteng kumakain ng mga tanim.
So we'll just go over and get the dish and start cutting up the veggies, vegetables that we have to cut up for possums. Oh, I dropped one.
Iba yung pagpapahalaga sa buhay ng mga hayop ang aming nakita rito.
Like I say, it takes an hour to prepare all the diets because there's a lot of caged animals that get food. I think if we're going to have animals, we have to be able to feed them properly. You have to move. Hey, Mozart. Hey, Beachy. Hello, Beachy. Look. Yeah. Here the almond.
Tila hindi ito malayo sa pagpapalaki ng mga tao sa kanilang mga anak.
She's eating her mango. These are sugar gliders, so they're endemic to the Northern Territory. And I've had these gliders for a number of years, 5 years to be exact. The glider cage is over here, this high one. They can glide 50 meters in between the trees. And these we don't touch. We don't even lay our hands on these guys.
Kung kinakailangan, nilalapatan din nila ng paunang lunas.
Asymmetrical, the hips line up. She can move her legs up and down. If she had a broken pelvis, which you can't see, and you don't know what you're looking for, this foot will turn out a little bit like that, and then...
Malayo sa kabihas na ng santuario, kaya minabuti nilang magpatayo ng klinika sa loob.
There it goes. That doesn't matter. Just give him a minute. 5:45.
And you do this because
they matter. You know, like everyone I save to me is one less away from extinction. Yeah, and I love all wildlife, and why shouldn't they have a place? We can live together, we can coexist. In our country, most of the population think they're a pest. I always challenge people that have that attitude to have a kangaroo and raise just one, because they're so closely related to humans that there's no way people could do to them what they do if they just had one. They're really, really smart. They have a lot of human emotions, and they use their hands a lot like humans. I saw a roo that's never been seen before, I saw her pick her dead animal, her dead baby, up and try to put it in the pouch with her hands. No one had ever seen that before. And that was truly an amazing thing. She cried and cried and cried and kept picking it up and trying to put it in her pouch, and it dropped on the ground. And when I picked it up, she grabbed my leg and was pulling me into her pouch, telling me to put it in her pouch. She didn't realize it was dead. And there's so many heartbreaking stories like that.
Natutuwa lang ako na may mga tao sa mundo na parang willing ibigay yung buhay nila para sa mga hayop ng bansa nila. At hindi lang para sa pera o kasikatan. Kasi mahal talaga nila yung hayop. So,
tumaas ba yung respeto mo sa mga kangaroo?
Hindi naman mababa yung respeto ko. So, parang cute sila.
Madalas pag-usapan ngayon kung paano ipadama sa anak ang pagpapahalaga sa buhay ng tao.
The scientist came out and I worked with him for about 4 days.
Dito sa outback ng Australia, ibang pananaw ang amin natunghayan na nagpapahalaga sa bawat uri ng buhay. Ito sana ang maging kinabukasan natin. Mula sa Northern Territory ng Australia, ako si Howie Severino at ito ang Eyewitness.